Hey everyone, it's Kathy and welcome back here to my YouTube channel and also back in my craft room. I'm so glad that you joined me today. I am showing you the brand new mini catalog for January through April, and I can't open it, but we're almost there where I can. That's not my rule, it's a Stampin' Up rule, and I know some people aren't happy with that. We can show you products, but we can't open the catalog, which I know, I get it, but anyway, I have to abide by the rules. And also the celebration, which everything in this brochure, and I call it a brochure, you could call it a little tiny mini catalog. I call it a brochure because everything in this little pamphlet is absolutely free. You can only earn it by purchasing something from our mini catalog or our annual catalog. $50, for every $50 that you spend, you can earn a free item. There are a couple of items that are a $100 purchase, so if you make two $50 purchases, it has to be in the same order in order to earn it, but then you can choose the ones that are a $100 item, and we'll get to that more after the celebration period takes off, which is only in a couple more days. So Thursday, January the 5th, this will actually go live, so you will be able to open this catalog and shop from it. All of the order numbers of anything that I have put up previously will be available for you to put into your cart and check out. So hopefully, if you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you would consider me. I promise to give you the best customer service within my ability. So keep that in mind, and I would appreciate that very much. Today we're going to play with Playing in the Rain. Y'all know when I did my unboxing, I just had a fit over this particular collection, and this is a collection. A collection means you get everything in the collection. So you get the stamps and the dies, and you get an embossing folder. You get these beautiful little flower, they're called loose daisy embellishments, and they are so cute. Now, I don't plan on using these today, but I did want to show them to you because I can't wait to delve into these and actually use them on a card, but for today I'm not. Also, the star of the show, besides the stamp and the dies, is this beautiful paper. And if you remember me showing it to you, it's embossed. See how shiny that is? That is like colored embossing. And every piece on the front side is embossed. And we're going to use this piece for our raindrops today. And I'm going to show you. I also want to pull out this piece because I'm going to show you how you can use your dies to cut out your little critters, and it is just too cute. Now, if you notice on the paper with the bunnies, I think it's just the bunnies that give you that, you get 3 different coloring of your bunnies. You get one here that looks like a little chocolate bunny, you get one over here that's a yellow bunny, and you get one here that's a white bunny. Now, I did cut and color my bunny, and I made my bunny gray because I just love a little gray bunny, and there is my bunny cut and colored. So I haven't decided if I want to use him today or if I want to cut into this and maybe well, I tell you what, let's just take our scissors. I'm going to cut this piece up. I know that this would be kind of counterintuitive for some people, but you know, in order to be able to use these pieces, you got to kind of cut into it. So I'm going to cut that little bunny out. I think I'm just going to cut that one bunny because I'm really thinking I like the little white bunny, and that might show up better than my gray bunny because now that I'm looking at it, my gray bunny's not showing up on my paper really well. So let's pull our bunny die. Look at this embossing folder. It's raindrops. How stinking cute is that? I love this, and I didn't use it because the paper that I chose had raindrops already embossed on it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and let's cut this bunny out first. And you get a die. Here's all of the dies that comes in this. So not only do you get ones that cut out your stamped images, you also get some extras like the the kite. You can actually die cut some colored paper with this and paper piece your kite so that it's beautiful. You get tails for your kite, which is so cute to put along the string. You get some little grass sprigs, a tree trunk, which y'all saw me use that on my little owl, adorable owl card. The fence, of course, came from this. You get butterflies, clouds, and of course the cloud die cuts these out. The umbrella cuts that. You have your turtle, which you have the turtle die there, the bunny die, and then your little fox die with the umbrella, which I think is so cute too. So we are going to use, in this card today, we're going to use the butterflies, the clouds, the bunny rabbit, and the flowers. And I think that's all I'm going to use off of these dies. I love a set of dies that do more than just die cut your stamped images. That makes your dies worth buying, or at least I think it does. So I'm going to take this little piece right here, and I'm going to set this down over top of my bunny, about like that. Make sure I'm getting it as evenly distributed as possible. That looks pretty good, and I'm going to use one of my little post-it flags. These work so good for me, and they never tear my paper. And I'm going to put those right there. And I'm just going to grab my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for this, because when I'm using a small piece, this is just easy to fit on my desk, and I can actually fit it here so you can see it as well. And for this one, I'm just using my number 1 plate and 2 number 2 plates, and I'm going to lay this down onto my cut plate, and I'm going to put this over my cover plate. Now I dedicate 1 plate for my cut plate and 1 for my cover plate, and I don't switch them back and forth. And I'm just going to die cut that out. I'm going to sit that right there in case we need to use it again. And we're going to go ahead and peel this away. And see how easy those peel away, and they don't, they just do a wonderful job. And look at that. Is he not adorable? I just love, love, love. Now, let me look at mine and this one. They're both equally cute. But you know what? I am loving this one, and I think I'm going to show you what I've got over here that I'm going to be working with. I'm going to save this because I'll probably want to fussy cut those little, the little flowers right there. But you see that it leaves the puddle. See the puddle right there? I'm going to show you how you can get that puddle out. It does the same thing when you stamp and you die cut. It leaves that puddle. So you can come in with your scissors and fussy cut this. And this is a great way to go in and get all of the dimension. I'm just going to cut that off like that, and then I'm going to cut this off straight across, and then that will leave me this where I can go in. And you see how I'm angling my scissors? I'm just going to angle my scissors, and I'm going to cut around this just like that, and around. And that's going to give me my little puddle that I can sit my bunny in. And I'm going to show you how that's going to look once we get our card pieces over. Now I'm going to start off with a piece of thick Whisper White, and this is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4, and we're going to turn it this way and make it a landscape card. Now I'm going to zoom y'all in just a little bit more, about like that, so you can better see what I'm doing. I also, from that designer series paper, and the name of this paper is Rain or Shine, I cut a piece of this. And do you see that? Let's see if I can get the light to catch it. there it goes. The raindrops are embossed. There. It looks like real rain. And this is a beautiful gray and blue. So it looks very cloudy and very, just really pretty. I love this. And I'm going to put that down. But I felt like I needed a grounding space, so I cut a piece of Orchid Oasis, and this piece is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. And all the dimensions will be in my blog on the PDF, where you can go in and print that out. It's absolutely free. And it will have all the dimensions. It'll have pictures of the card. It'll have everything that I used. And I think it'll be a great tutorial for everyone. Now, I used the stamps, and I stamped these little flowers. And let me show you. These are the little flowers right here. And you have a die that cuts those out. So it cuts them out like that. And I'm going to put those flowers. I cut 3 because I was thinking I was going to do them all the way across. And you know, we might be able to do that if we did it down a little bit. I don't know. I liked it the way I did it. I want them like this. I think they're pretty like that. So I'm going to do one here and one right here. Something like that. Now we have our little bunny. Now here was the piece that I stamped, the puddle that I stamped, versus the one that was cut out of the paper. So we're going to decide which one, and you know, this one might work better because it fits perfectly in there. His foot does. So maybe we'll do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit this down right about there, and I want to glue that down, and then we are going to put our little bunny right there, just like that. I also used the clouds, and I punched out my clouds, and I didn't punch them, I'm sorry. I die cut them, and I cut all 3 of them, but I'm only using the 2 larger ones. So I'm going to put the smaller one right about there, the larger one right there, and then I used my cloud punch. And if y'all remember seeing me use this the other day, this is our cloud punch, and this is in our annual catalog, and it is so neat to have this because you can add to any of your cloud dies, and it's big enough that I can get a sentiment on it. So from the stamp set, I stamped "Oh Happy Day," and I did that in the Memento Tuxedo Black. And what I'm going to do is put that right about there, and that is going to pretty much do our card. Now let me show you the difference in using that bunny versus this bunny. I think I like the white bunny better, and I'll tell you why. I love the pop of green. It brings it out. The yellow's pretty too, don't get me wrong. But I think I'm going to save my colored bunny along with this little puddle that I fussy cut around, and I will use that on another card. I think I'm going to use this because the white really kind of ties everything together. I think it does. So let's go ahead and start putting this card together. Now I'm going to use quite a bit of dimensionals because I really want this card to pop, literally pop. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use I'll use some Stampin' Seal because I want to put this piece right across the bottom of this designer series paper. And again, like I said, this is just a scrap piece of Orchid Oasis that I pulled out of my scrap bin. And anytime you're needing a scrap, I think we all have a scrap bin, and if you don't, you need to make yourself one. And this is just a great way to use up those little leftover pieces that you have when you need a little accent piece on a card. So I'm going to glue this down right to the bottom of this piece. And I'm gonna, oops, I didn't get that on there quite straight, did I? Let's see, let's try that again. So I'm gonna put it down on this side and then just follow it along the bottom, and that looks perfect. So then we can take this piece and go ahead and pop it onto here. Do I want to pop it on or do I want to build it? I think I'm going to build everything first. So yeah, let's go ahead and build it. So what I want to do is I'm going to use a couple of mini dimensionals, and I'm going to put this down and have it have just a tiny bit of dimension. So we're going to use the minis. And you know, yesterday, or no, the last video I put up, I was looking for minis, and I mean full-size ones, and couldn't find them. And then today I'm looking for minis, and I had to kind of search for those as well. So I think I'm just a little miscombobulated from the holidays. I think we all are trying to get back into the swing of things. It happens. So I'm going to take another one, and I might have to cut these in two. Never thought I'd have to cut the minis, the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, but this is a tiny little piece that we're working with. So I'm gonna put this down right about there, and this piece right there, and then let's just pull our backers off. That one doesn't want to cooperate with me. Get that one off, and oops, and that one. And do you see what I did? I put them on the wrong side. Y'all were probably screaming at me the whole time I was doing this. Oh my word. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's okay. We can flip them around. Hopefully, yep, they came off just fine. Get that one back up there underneath that piece. And if I need to, I can put just a little bit of glue. Since I've handled them, they might have lost a little bit of their stickiness. Well, they're not losing their stickiness to sticking to my fingers, that's for sure. Okay, I am going to put just a tiny bit of glue on these just to make sure that they stick, because I did handle them quite a bit. So I'm just going to use just a tad bit of liquid glue, just like that. And then I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to center this as best I can. I'm guesstimating. Like that. That looks pretty good. Then I want to take my flowers, and on my flowers I'm going to use a larger dimensional. So we're going to use the full size, and I'm going to put two on here. I'm going to put one here and one here, and let's go ahead and put it on this one too while we're sticking dimensionals. And let's go ahead and get our bunny. And our bunny, we're going to put one on each ear. And how about one there and one right there. I think that'll hold our bunny. So I got my clouds. I'm going to put a couple on my clouds. Well, I pulled the sticky backer off of that one. Okay, there we go. And then this cloud, like that. And now let's go ahead and see if we can get everything down on here like we want it. All right, let's do our bunny first. I'm going to go ahead and pull my backers off. And what I want to do when I set him down is I want to make sure his foot matches up with that where the die cut him out. So trying to get him into that spot as best I can. So cute. Look at that. Is that not adorable? Now I'm going to take my flowers, and I did all of this ahead of time. The stamping and the coloring. I used my Stampin' Right markers to color these flowers because there's tiny little pieces there. And sometimes when you got those tiny little pieces, it's very, very hard to use your Stampin' Blends because they have a tendency to run. And that's the nature of any alcohol marker. So if you try to color with your blends and that happens to you, you may want to get a water-based marker and try that. Or if you are determined to use your Stampin' Blends, do a little tap, tap, tap with the end, with the tiny end, the bullet tip, not the brush tip, and see if that will help rectify that problem. All right, so now we're ready for our clouds. So we are going to take one of these clouds, and I'm going to put him right about here, maybe up a little bit higher. And then we're going to take this one, bring it down a little bit lower, maybe right about there. You know, you always got low hanging clouds anytime it's raining, and I mean, it is pouring there. You can see that rain is coming down. Is that not so cute? I am in love with this this set. It is just so cute. And my husband made a remark when I showed it to him. It said it looked like an Easter card, but I see the rain more than just the bunny, and I see the rain and I see the flowers, and I just think of April. And I know it's January and it's cold, and you know, just right in the throes of winter, but I thought this was just such a uplifting little card for this time of the year. You know, if you're like me, after Christmas, usually Christmas, and then if I see a little bit of snow after that, I'm ready for spring. Actually, I'm probably ready for spring anyway. After that cold snap we had back during Christmas, it got so cold here. It got so cold everywhere, and I can't complain because I live in the South, and it's not cold here like it is up north, but it was cold enough for me. I'm going to tuck that cloud behind his ear. This is the cloud that has our little sentiment on it. So I've also cut out, remember I told you that those little butterflies, this cuts out two cute little butterflies. So I cut both of those out, and I used the same color paper. I actually used the scrap that was left over, and I'm going to put a butterfly right there and the other one right here. I think that's just cute, and we're going to put that up on dimensionals as well. And I think one dimensional on these will do the trick because they're tiny. They're so tiny. Tiny little butterflies. So cute. Y'all have to let me know if you are loving this set as much as I am. And I hope everybody's gotten their catalog by now, so you can be looking through it and make your wish list and be ready to go shopping. And like I said in my last video, I think that you're going to see those adorable owls are going to probably go really fast. So in times past, when they had a very popular item, that it would literally sell out. So if you're interested in those owls, you might want to jump on January the 5th and place your order if you are planning on purchasing something and those owls were on your wish list. I'm going to turn this piece over, and I'm going to put liquid glue on here. The reason I'm going to use liquid glue is two reasons. I have a little wiggle room, and I don't want to lay this down and flatten everything out with Stampin' Seal. So I am going to just use some of my liquid glue all along the back. Just like that. And then I'm going to lay this down, and I want to get it centered as near perfect as you can. We don't do perfect. We all know that. It wouldn't be handmade if it was perfect. It would be machine cut in a factory and put together by machine. but this is put together with our hands, and it makes it extra special. So these were the dies that I used. Oops. Of course, I dropped one of them. I used the clouds, the flowers, the bunny, and the butterflies. And then I punched my big cloud with my cloud punch. Let me pull these off of my desk, get them in my trash can if I can. I found those in the laundry room the other day. They're just always everywhere. So this is such a cute little card. Now, I'm not sure what I want to make this card to be, whether it's going to be a birthday card or a thinking of you card, or just exactly what it's going to be, but I think I'm going to leave the inside open. But what I would do is either take a piece of gray or a piece of this Orchid Oasis and put it inside, and then a white mat over top of it, and that's probably what I'm going to do, and then I can make it whatever I want it to be a little bit later. But that is our card for Tuesday, January the 3rd. I'll get that right in a minute. So I'm going to zoom y'all in just a little bit so you can see that up close. Isn't that so cute? I love it. I think it turned out gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, I have been trying to do my videos where they're not quite as long, because I don't ever want y'all to become disenchanted with the length of a video. So if I do some of the stuff ahead of time, it makes it a lot quicker. But if you would like to see in the entire process of me recording and cutting and coloring everything, I can do that as well, but I won't do it every time. So just leave me a comment and let me know. God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy. So until next time, you take care, and remember, you are loved and appreciated. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.